tournament. Loyola Chicago, man. I'm telling you, beating Illinois. The crazy things happen in the Midwest is the main point.
Yeah.
And ApolloKage, not content to be one of the better snakes online, they're going to break out Minecraft Steve for this one as we go to Pokemon Stadium for Game 1.
And I gotta say, this doesn't surprise me as much as you might imagine it being. Snake, of course, is the kind of character that it essentially forces you to play his neutral, and if you don't, you're going to have a bad time, man. A lot of set play when it comes to a character like Snake, you know, long elongated set play like that. Minecraft Steve can be played along the lines of that same way, man. He's a little more resource heavy than Snake is. Not that Snake is that unresource heavy of a character, but, you know, I can definitely see a lot of, like, similarities between these two characters, besides the fact that they are, of course, both third party and that their names start with an S. So, up close, though, I feel like Steve is going to be a little bit more of a monster with these bread and butter combos that already took Suture up to 90, Stu.
Yeah, and immediately the pain getting dropped upon the head of this prospecting Yoshi, but it's not like there's no fight in this thing, as the tennis ball Yoshi is going to make a run for it and build up a little bit of damage. ApolloKage having a little bit of trouble keeping Yoshi out from the air, but saying, you know what, you like being in the air so much? Here, let me send you all the way up.
And Minecraft Steve definitely not about the peace either, building walls and not bridges to delay Suture's approach just a little bit more and knock him off his game a little bit. And up smashing once again, knowing that the hitbox of that move does scoop a little bit in front of him. I know it looks like it is only directly above ApolloKage there. That is not necessarily the case, man. You gotta watch out whenever Steve is gonna whip out that move, because it not only comes out immensely quick, it does scoop from in front and a little bit behind him as well. And Yoshi, being the big character that he is, will definitely take some damage from that, but not without Suture putting his name on the board right there. Taking our first stock in this set over ApolloKage. Only 75%. Not too big of a mountain to climb, Stu.
Making it happen one way or another, and it's not like Yoshis aren't durable. We've seen these things live to approximately a while. Is how I'm going to phrase that, because for some reason I just forgot how to speak the English language. Oh, the recovery. Yeah, people forget how much glide there is on that thing, and that's to ApolloKage's benefit. It's like Cypher, except you don't need the little hovery thing. Anyway, 31% ApolloKage sitting pretty right now. Suture has a lot of ground to make up, especially against this jab.
Oh, no.
What are you doing, man? Let the man play the game.
Oh, man. Very fortunate of Suture to have saved his jump right there. Getting caught in all those Steve bread and butters, man. Not technically a sword character, but at the same time, he technically is, man. That is a disjoint that he doesn't even have to hit the button more than once to essentially whip out. And when your recovery is as exploitable as Yoshi's is, my friend, and you got a forward air that spikes that quickly, ooh, you know that damage is not only going to rack up quickly, but off the level, it's going to be very rough. ApolloKage retreating right there with the minecart. That is a strong attack that turns into a command grab. But hey, you're up a stock. No fear. This whiffs. Not too much is going to happen to me, knowing that the risk was very much in his favor right there for the reward, and the reward benefits he shall reap, Stu. That's ApolloKage going up one game over Suture in our second set of the day.
No real need to dig deep. You're finding diamonds on pretty much crust level, as it's going to be a victory. Taking a look back, that was a nice little six stock there from Linus. Glad to have that replay, but nevertheless, no, Chris Elodian, man, is one of the best in the business. Gotta love him, and that's the thing, man.
That's so nice. Gotta watch it twice.
It really was, but here we are with the replays. You got everything on deck, man. That's just that's going to be on the highlight reel later on, and certainly something like that will be that two stock by ApolloKage, where you're just kind of letting. If you're Yoshi, you need to get back to the ground so that you can set up for your next offensive gambit. And yeah, Suture never really got that chance, did they? ApolloKage made Suture play right into Steve's hands, and what else can you do? I feel like if you're Suture, you're getting batted around too much and not able to really dictate your own destiny. How do you change that if you're this Yoshi? Battlefield? Maybe a start. Or Mega Smashes, sure.
Mayhaps, my friend, mayhaps. It's another situation where I feel like the Yoshi is really going to have to show his discipline. Because right there, you're seeing some Yoshi bread and butters at the start. Yoshi gets a lot off of his tilts. Whether it's his forward tilt or his up tilt, they combo perfectly into his aerials, and that is how he starts his up air strings, because Yoshi, for what they did to him in this game, for some reason they gave him Olimar combos. It's just the way it is, and those combos work just as well on Steve as they do anybody else. The question is for Suture is knowing when to pick and choose his moments. It's a difficult thing, Stu, because, like, you know, if you're playing more so the patient game against Steve, it's rough. Because he's got a little bit of that set play snake style to him where he can just hold back, and if you hang back, he's just going to be mining for those materials. What's showing that what doesn't kill him does in fact makes him stronger as the up smash takes the stock. But up close, that can happen to you. He's no shortage of kill power as well, and that's why I'm not at all surprised to see ApolloKage play a character like Snake. He's got that sort of set play to him, but then he's a monster up close, just this! Relax, Apollo. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff is getting to be a little unnecessary, if I'm being completely honest. That's just, oh my gosh. The minecart pop out of it and just put the pickaxe straight into the chest. Why not? ApolloKage sitting at 79, now 95%. I mean, you're not even at like half rage at this point. If you're a Suture, you're getting batted around, and the advantages that Yoshi would inherently get from Battlefield simply are not there for him right now.
This is a slaughter, to say the absolute least, man. It's already not enough he's got to bounce he just bounced the damn anvil off of the TNT, man. It's not even a matter of this guy being a monster up close. He knows the tricks, but Suture finally putting himself on the board right there, jumping on top of the leaning tower of Minecraft that ApolloKage decided to make for himself and killing with the up air. I've definitely seen some wackier comebacks in my day, but this is a hell of a mountain to climb, both literally and metaphorically, for the tennis ball Yoshi here, Stu.
Yeah, and it's the tennis ball Yoshi kind of getting forehanded off of the stage quite a bit throughout this set, and it's going to be a grab, and Suture doing everything that they possibly can to make this happen, but ApolloKage showing a very good veteran presence here, trying to limit Suture's options as much as they possibly can, but Suture honestly doing a decent job of slowing this thing down, but yeah, the reason you slow it down is because we saw what happened when you tried to approach ApolloKage. It's hip to be square, and ApolloKage is going to keep dancing along into the next round.
Suture tried so hard at the end of that game to not get hit by exactly what he got hit by, man. That was so rough to see right here. And speaking of rough, we'll take a look at this back air stock once again. This was brutal, man. Just caught that DI slipping right there off the top as well with how insanely powerful that move is. And right here is where it just spelled rough, man. You already used your jump, getting burned right there with the back air. Suture hesitated. He hesitated specifically to avoid that back air because he thought, okay, ApolloKage is up a stock right now. He knows there's absolutely no harm in just whipping out a back air right here on the level right here. He'll still have the stage advantage. And ApolloKage was somehow already in his head, knowing that he was going to hesitate that time around, or at the very least reacting to it, to whip out that back air once again, man. And then the minecart on top of it. It's not enough that that move is an insanely powerful hitbox that turns into a command grab, but the fact that Steve can also jump out of it on top of all of that, whoo-wee. If you're not able to get those projectiles out quickly enough, it's just so rough dealing with a character like Steve up close.